Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new WOR League Racing video. It's been a long time actually since I've uploaded a WOR video, and that was because there was a long break over Christmas and New Year from WOR. But now we're back on Mexico, and as you can see I'm on a brand new rig. This is the rig they use in F1 Esports, and as you can see from the settings there, we're 18 points behind Ismail Fassi, but he's not driving today. Because he's facing the same issue as we are. We're on a new rig, and usually that brings the necessary problems with it. And yeah, I arrived at the factory 20 minutes before this race on a brand new rig that was installed a day before, but obviously no one got to test it apart from me now. So this is not gonna be an easy race for sure, as you can imagine, on a new rig against the best in the world on F1, yeah, it's gonna be hard. But this is good practice for Lando. Of course, F1 Esports and many other sim racing competitions are in a live environment where everyone is together, and then you sometimes don't get a lot of practice as well. And yeah, then you're in a similar scenario as we are now, where you just have to jump in and drive after like 20 minutes of practice. So now, first lap in Q1, let's see how we can do. We're just doing the usual 2 push laps. I very much doubt we're gonna make it into Q2 on a single run, because we have not done a lot of laps. So into the final sector we go, and yeah, now we're definitely gonna need 2 laps because I just invalidated my first one. And yeah, suboptimal scenario, but was to be expected.
And there's no way I'm making it into Q2. These wrecks are so shit.
And yeah, you know the opinion about the rigs from me as well now. Anyway, back onto the final run of Q1 we go through the final corner, and yeah, only a 1:15.3, which only puts us P15 at the moment. However, we have made it through. By 3/1000ths of a second, we are 3/10ths of the pace, but we have made it through. By the tiniest of margins, 3/1000ths of a second. And yeah, I did not expect it, but this is a really good scenario for us, because now we get to do more laps, as I picked up some marbles into this hairpin.
Fucking marbles.
And yeah, that cost us a lot of lap time. So that was annoying.
Oh, the setup is just shit as well. Everything's shit.
I was not having fun. Let's keep it that way. I was not having fun in this quali session because yeah, you're just on the back foot the whole time, and you're too slow. You're not comfortable. But onto the final qualifying lap we go. We're currently in P11, so we need to gain at least 1 position. But everyone is going to improve, of course, on this final run. And we're gonna have to as well. So through the chicane we go, and that was almost an invalidation. That was near.
Oh no, was that valid?
Near perfection. If not perfection, that's as you can hear me say there. How was that not invalid? It must have been so close to track limits. On the F1 game, the track limits are usually spot on. Very often on world record laps you see people say like, oh, it should have been invalid, but if you actually go to the replay cam, it is always valid. And if you get an invalidation, even me sometimes think like, how was it invalid? But then you go on the replay cam and it shows that you were actually 4 wheels off track, or not. So yeah, onto the stadium section we go. You can see we're almost 1.5 up through there, but I got a lot of unders there through the final corner. And car just didn't rotate nicely, and yeah, out in Q2. P13 in Q2, and quite a bit of the pace. So we're gonna have to improve a bit for the race. Race usually should be a little bit in our favor, because we can get into a nice rhythm in this rig, get some laps in. But yeah, the aim of this race is just to maybe score 1 or 2 points. Realistically, we're not gonna win this race. But we're gonna try, of course, and maybe just get some points, you know. Our championship rival, Ismail Fassi, is not racing today. And yeah, every point we score is one for the championship, you know. And that's always my mentality in these league races. Even if you don't get to practice or it's very unlikely you even score points, you can always try. That's why I always try to just finish a race, even if you are 20 seconds behind points. It's always better to just try. But onto the race we go now then. Starting in P13 on the hard compound of tires, we got Ben Sabo-Connier on the mediums ahead of us. And into turn 1, it's a very long run, so maybe we can have a little look to get some cars here. But yeah, you can see, there are just cars everywhere around this. One car went around the outside there, but not enough space. We trying to wrestle our way through there. And we got Ben Sabo-Connier on the mediums next to us. Channa Kinsey in P10 as well on the mediums. And we're gonna brake deep into the next corner, go down the inside of Jack West and around the outside now into the next right. And it's been quite a good start actually. We overtook one medium runner and we are up to P11. So yeah, great start. 2 positions gained on the hards. And as you can see, a lot of people on the mediums ahead of us. So the goal is to try and just stick with them, because that's going to help a race later on so much. So ahead of me, they are going at it. Will Lewis having a little look down the inside of Alvaro Carreton. I think they actually might be teammates, as Chan almost came to a stop there with these cars ahead of him going all side by side. I was having a little look down the inside here. Not really to attack, but just to defend from the cars behind, because otherwise I would have been boxed in, as Will Lewis boxed for a new front wing, I guess. His race has been off to a poor start. Istvan Pukki retired as well. So yeah, 3 cars out already pretty much in the opening lap, as we once again go down the inside of Channa Kinsey. And again, not really to attack, it's just to defend. Kai Pearson going wide, and now we go on the attack, because Kai is on the hards as well. And we can make good inroads here. And again, going down the inside of Channa Kinsey. He must be really tired of me at this point. I'm sorry, but again, it was not to overtake Chan. It was to overtake Kai Pearson. So yeah, up to P9 now. Great few opening laps. Now, if you're wondering why I have no face cam, yeah, again, a little bit of an issue with the new rig. You know, everything was just set up late on, and my camera crashed during quali, and I tried to fix it, but it just didn't work. So yeah, a little bit of a pain in the ass, but at least you guys can see me change brake bias differential as we go for the move on Rice Linton. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Sorry if I didn't, Rice, but yeah, I think he's been quite new to PC Tier 1 league racing. I haven't seen him a lot in Tier 1 WR PSGL, but he's been rapid. He has been top 10 most of the time. Every time I see him, he's top 10. So a really fast driver, as I'm trying to stay in the DRS of Channa Kinsey ahead. Nicolas Longe in P9 behind us. I think he started down the back as well. I'm not sure if he's on a new rig as well. But now we're 1.2 seconds behind Chan, and we need to get back in somehow. So I'm gonna drain my battery to try and catch back up to Channa Kinsey. And yeah, it's crucial for a race that we stay in a DRS, because if not, they're all gonna pull away. You can see Philip Preitschneider on the hards there as well, and then we're just gonna lose out so much time. And we might have actually just about grabbed the DRS there from Channa Kinsey ahead of us on those mediums.
Thank the Lord. Got the DRS by 4 1,000s.
And yeah, I should even say that. DRS about 4 1,000. I think it was 996 going across the DRS detection. Now onto lap 14, you can see we recharged some of our battery, which we really needed. And now we're behind Philip Preitschneider, who is on the hards as well. Channa Kinsey going side by side with Fabrizio Donoso. Now Fabrizio started on the softs, and Philip is trying to get past him there. And yeah, I'm just gonna sit back a little bit because I don't want to drain my battery. But yeah, we just have so much natural straight line speed as, yeah, a little bit argy-bargy there. And we get hit again on the exit, which is not ideal. And now we are under threat from getting overtaken by Nicolas Longame, so we send it into the next left-hander. And that was way too late for me. Sorry, Nicolas. That was very poor for me. I should have given the position back straight away. But I didn't want us to lose to the rest of the cars ahead. So, poor driving for me, not gonna lie. I expected to get a penalty from that move, but Nicolas didn't report us, so... Nicolas, if you're watching this, thank you for not reporting me for that move, because it was terrible. Back to the race we go. Fabrizio boxing for a new set of mediums or hards from the softs. And now we get Slipstream and DRS from Philip Preitner ahead. But you can see Janakinci is now 1.8 seconds away. And yeah, we're out of DRS, so that's not ideal. And I think that was a little bit caused because Fabrizio really struggled on his tires at the end of lap 14 in that final sector. Philip didn't manage to get past, so then we all lost that time from Fabrizio being on those old softs. So suboptimal, but we move on and try to go forward. Now, I didn't want to be a sitting duck on the main straight, so I felt like it was the best idea to box now and go for a new set of mediums. Mediums are the best race tire on this track. The softs are really fast for a short amount of time, but they wear out fast, as you could see with Fabrizio there. In those last few laps he was on those softs. And yeah, the hards are just slow. You can see even after 15 laps we're still losing time to Janakinci. So we're going to be boxing for a new set of mediums at the end of this lap. And see if we can get some undercut. Maybe even catch back up to Fabrizio, because he only boxed a lap earlier, so obviously he got a big undercut. But yeah, let's see if we have more pace than him in these next few laps. That maybe we can work together, get some DRS. But we're only on 54% battery, not ideal. Ideally come out of the pits here with 100%, but too much argy-bargy in this race to get that. And yeah, we are 2 seconds behind Fabrizio now, but we still have to warm up our tires as well, of course. So lap 51 now. You can see Otis, Lawrence and Luke Smith behind me on the mediums, but they boxed quite a bit later. So yeah, they're gonna have fresher tires, and they are probably in a different race to us, realistically. We can't really fight them. I'm not really planning to. We're on low battery, all the tires, and as you can see, Luke Smith 2 tenths behind us in lap 23 now. We are not going to use any ERS on this straight. We're just gonna let him go past if he goes for the move. But however, it seems like we have a bit of a rocket ship on this straight, because we completely outdragged Luke. Even though he was closer to us than we were to Fabrizio, so we got less slipstream. But yeah, we are just low on wings, I guess, relative to Luke. And that means we're probably going to be losing a little bit in the corners, but we're going to be gaining on the straight. So if Luke goes for the move, we just let him go because he's on so much fresher tires. This is a losing battle for us. We have to kind of accept we don't have the pace today with this new rig. Being uncomfortable, also not done a lot of practice, so yeah, let's see if Luke goes for the move here into the next right-hander. He's putting his nose down the inside, but thought better of it, and yeah, now he's gonna get us on the main straight. And yeah, we're not gonna use any battery, we're just gonna let Otis and Luke go. And yeah, that way we save some battery, no point fighting this. And then maybe we can fight for like...
I'm gonna let both of them go. Not fighting them this race anyway.
As you can hear my screwed up voice, I was quite sick at this point. So yeah, if you hear me talk in the game, it's gonna sound scuffed because I was really sick. Otis and Luke send it down the inside and get past us. Then Chanaka Clay behind us in the Red Bull. So he's gonna get easily past probably as well. And same scenario, not gonna fight this too much. We are probably looking at like P5, P6, P7 realistically. That will be good for us today, because then we gain 10 points in the championship as well, of course. So let's see if we can do that. And we let Shanika Clay go there. And that means we're gonna get a DRS on the next straight. And that's what I was hoping for. Shanika is not getting a DRS, but that doesn't mean we're gonna straight away re-overtake him. We're just gonna save some extra battery, of course. If you've got DRS, you save a bit more battery. And yeah, that way we can maybe fight off Alvaro in P6 on the hards. So he's gone from the mediums to the hards. Some people might be going medium to soft around here. There's loads of different strategies you can do. As you can see, Shanika is actually flashing, so that gave me some hope that perhaps we can stay in the DRS. But he has so much fresher tires. That is going to be quite hard. So we did use a bit of battery there, just to try and stay in the DRS of Shanika. And Fabrizio's still behind us actually. We've been together basically this whole race. First he was on the softs behind us, or ahead of us, for like 5 or 6 laps, and then after the pit stops we were together ever since. So let's see if we can fight off all the cars on new tires. And I just don't like this position that I'm in right now. I don't like it when I'm being hunted. I would rather be hunting down other people. This is also why I always box later relative to others. I don't like being in the lead. I rather just chase someone. As Alvaro is going down the inside now. We're not using our battery, but we're just a rocket ship. So we're going to get past Fabrizio again as a defense from Alvaro. There's going to be 9 laps to go, which is quite a while. You can see the train of cars behind us, all on fresher tires. So yeah, suboptimal. But it is what it is. We just have to deal with it. As you can hear, Jake get a little bit argy-bargy with someone behind us. End of lap 28 now, and Alvaro behind us is getting DRS, and there's not much we can do. Mexico is a double DRS detection zone, which means if Alvaro is 1 second behind us, or within 1 second behind us, going into the final corner, that means he's getting DRS on this straight, but also on the next straight, no matter if he is ahead of us by turn 1, as Thomas goes down the inside on the softs as well. They almost touch actually. And yeah, not much we can do. We're not getting DRS on the next straight as well, which is a huge pain. I'm using a bit of my battery again to stay ahead of Fabrizio and Jack West in P8. But it's starting to look more and more likely that we're going to be dropping out of the points. We're going to do everything possible to not, of course. There's more argy-bargy behind us. And yeah, we're still in the DRS of Alvaro. That is good news, because that way we can fend off cars behind us a little bit easier, recharge our battery a little bit faster. Now we've got Nicolas Longue behind us. He has a 3-second penalty, but that will most likely be removed because that was caused by me. So I was not planning on fighting this too hard again, because I just got fresher tires. We're just ruining our race more and more if we do fight it. It just feels like one of those helpless races. Again, we're just out-dragging everyone because we're on so much lower wings. I'm gonna brake deep. Don't want to give it up that easily, but I also don't want to use my battery because, yeah, at some point we're gonna have no battery left if we keep using. Nicolas goes for the move again. Now I did want to defend it now because I felt like it was possible, but yeah.
Ah, come on, man! The second time he does this.
Yeah, that was. I rewatched the footage afterward. That just was poor internet connection. Nothing Nicolas could have done because of that. The hit on my screen was really hard, but on his screen barely anything happened. So yeah, just unfortunate lag bubble incident there. We are down in P8 now. We got Jake behind us, and you can see our tire indicators actually come on already. Our tires are finished. We boxed way too early. And partly had to do with it. We're probably on low downforce. As you can hear, Jake, what in the straight line speed. yeah, part of it had to do that we were running low downforce, and that just eat up our tires even faster. As now Kai Pearson goes around the outside. Jake's actually flashing, going into the next left-hander. As yeah, we got Kai Pearson down the inside, little bit of contact through there, and now we just don't have any grip left. So we're gonna give up another position, and we're down to P10. However, Kai does have a 3-second penalty, and yeah, with 1 lap to go at the end of this one. Let's see if we can maybe snatch away 2 points or 1 point. That was the aim today, as I said at the start of the video. Well, the aim is always to win, but if we would have fought every battle by tooth and nail, I think the saying goes, then we would have not gotten any points today. And yeah, that's why we did not do it. Because if we were fighting Otis for the lead and Luke for the lead, we would have now dropped down to P11 for sure, and maybe even dropped out of DRS. So ahead they're fighting hard. And you can see Thomas flashing actually, so that gives me some hope that we maybe can snatch an extra position away. We're getting P9 if we stay in P10, because Kai Pearson has a 3-second penalty. And maybe we can snatch away another position from maybe Thomas, who's struggling on the soft side. I did not
Where did he come from?
I did not see him go down the inside as we get almost spun around in there in the next right-hander, so that was no ideal. But Daniel Kjelsen has a 3-second penalty anyway, so we'll get that position back. We just have to focus on maybe snatching away a position from someone who doesn't have a penalty. I was hoping for a little crash here, perhaps. And yeah, at the moment it looks like actually that might be happening. Jake and Kai Pearson going side by side, and I've seen this before, 3 wide into the final corner. It's not gonna go, but they keep each other alive. No one into the wall this time, and across the line we actually finished P8. 4 points, decent race, or decent result. Not a decent race, it was a shit race, but at least we got 4 points, gained 4 points in the championship, and that's why we did this race, knowing that we were gonna be complete dog water. We've got 4 points, and those 4 points might mean a lot at the end of the season and might win us a championship. So hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you guys next time. Ciao.